Welcome to the Lighthouse. There is no hurry here. Nothing needs your attention. For the next while, you'll simply walk beside someone whose days are measured in the rhythm of waves and the turning of light. Let your breathing slow. Let your shoulders drop. We begin now, at the edge of the world, where the land meets the sea. The door to the Lighthouse Keeper's cottage is made of oak. It has been painted white many times over many years. In some places, the paint has chipped away, revealing older layers beneath. Cream, pale blue, grey. Each layer a different decade. The wood underneath is smooth from countless hands pushing it open and pulling it closed. The handle is brass, cool to the touch. It has a weight to it. The metal has tarnished in places where the sea air has left its patient mark. There are tiny scratches across its surface. Small lines that catch the fading light. The keeper's hand wraps around it. There is no rush. The door opens slowly. The keeper steps inside. His boots meet a woven mat. It is made of rough fiber, salt-stained and practical. The boots are leather, worn soft at the creases. He does not remove them yet. He simply stands for a moment in the doorway, feeling the stillness of the room. The air inside is cooler than outside. Quieter. The cottage has one main room, a kitchen area with a wooden table. The table is small, large enough for one person, perhaps two if needed. The wood is pine, pale and smooth. There are no tablecloths, no decorations. Just the clean, bare surface of the wood, wiped down each evening after the simple meal. On the stove sits a kettle. It is cast iron, heavy and dark. The surface is not perfectly smooth. There are small dimples in the metal, imperfections from its making. The handle is wrapped with cloth for protection from the heat. The keeper fills it with water from a simple tap. The water runs clear and cold. The sound of water filling the kettle is gentle, a quiet rushing that gradually changes in pitch as the kettle fills. The keeper watches the waterline rise. There is no need to measure exactly. He has done this thousands of times. He knows by the weight and the sound when there is enough. He turns the tap. The water stops. The keeper turns the knob on the stove. There is a soft click, click, click. Then the blue flame appears. It is steady and even. The flames are small and precise. They curl around the base of the kettle. There is a very faint hissing sound. The keeper adjusts the flame slightly lower. Just enough. While the water heats, the keeper looks out the window. The sea is calm this evening. The surface catches the last of the daylight. Orange, gold. The color sits on the water like something you could touch. The horizon is a clean line. There are no ships. No movement except the gentle, endless rising and falling. The keeper's hands rest on the counter. They are weathered hands. The skin is tanned and lined. The knuckles are prominent. There is a small scar on the left thumb, very old now, almost invisible. The nails are trimmed short and clean. These are hands that tie knots and polish glass and carry firewood. Reliable hands. Patient hands. He reaches for the tea canister. It is a simple tin painted dark green. The paint has worn away near the lid from years of opening and closing. There is a small dent on one side. Inside, loose black tea leaves. He opens the lid slowly. The scent is faint, earthy, familiar. The keeper spoons tea, leaves into a ceramic pot. The pot is cream-colored, unglazed on the bottom. It has a chip on the spout, very small, barely noticeable. He adds 2 spoonfuls. The leaves are dark and twisted. They make a whispering sound as they fall into the pot. He sets the spoon down on the counter. The kettle is beginning to warm. Not boiling yet, just warming. A thin thread of steam starts to rise from the spout. It curls upward, in the still air of the cottage. The keeper watches it. There is no hurry. The light outside is fading by degrees. The room is growing dimmer. Everything is exactly as it should be. The keeper stands quietly. His face is calm. There are lines around his eyes, from squinting into the wind and sun, His breathing is even and slow. He is waiting for the water to boil, but it is not really waiting. It is simply being here, in this moment, in this small, safe place, where everything moves slowly, where there is time. The kettle begins to sing. It is a soft sound at first, a gentle whistle that grows gradually, not sharp or urgent, just a quiet announcement that the water is ready. The keeper turns off the flame. The blue light disappears. He wraps his hand in a cloth and lifts the kettle. It is heavy with hot water. He pours the water into the ceramic pot. The water is clear, and it rushes over the dark tea leaves. They begin to swirl and unfurl, slowly. The water turns amber, then deeper, a rich brown. The steam rises from the pot, carrying the scent of tea into the small room. The keeper pours until the pot is full. He places the lid on the teapot. It fits snugly. There is a small knob on top, smooth and round. The keeper sets a timer, an old mechanical one with a dial. He turns it to 5 minutes. It begins to tick, a steady, rhythmic sound. Tick, tick, tick. There is something comforting in its predictability. While the tea steeps, the keeper walks across the room. The floorboards are wide and wooden. Some of them creak very slightly under his weight. It is a familiar sound. The floor has settled over decades. Each board has its own voice. He knows which ones will speak and which ones stay silent. There is an armchair near the window. It is upholstered in dark fabric. Green, perhaps, though it has faded with time. The arms are worn smooth where his elbows rest. There is a small pillow tucked into the corner. The chair faces the window and the sea beyond. The keeper lowers himself into it. The chair receives him. Through the window, the sky is deepening. The orange has faded to violet, to indigo. The first stars are appearing, just 1 or 2 at first. Small points of light against the darkening canvas. The sea below is becoming a darker blue, almost black. The line between water and sky is beginning to blur. The timer rings. A soft, mechanical trill. The keeper rises from the chair. There is no hurry in his movement. He crosses back to the kitchen area. His boots make soft sounds on the floor. He turns off the timer. The ticking stops. The cottage becomes quieter again. Just the sound of his breathing, the distant whisper of waves. He takes a mug from a shelf. It is ceramic, cream-colored like the teapot. Heavy and thick-walled, warm to hold. He pours the tea slowly. The liquid is dark amber, almost the color of honey. It fills the mug halfway. Steam rises in delicate spirals. The keeper does not add milk or sugar, just the tea. Simple and pure. He wraps both hands around the mug. The warmth spreads into his palms, into his fingers. It is a pleasant warmth, gentle, not hot enough to burn, but warm enough to feel. He stands there for a moment, simply holding the mug, feeling the heat transfer from ceramic to skin. A small comfort. He carries the mug back to the armchair. He sits again. The chair embraces him once more. He settles the mug carefully on the wide arm of the chair. There is a faint ring there, a mark from years of placing his tea in exactly this spot. The wood is slightly darker in that circle, a record of ritual. The keeper lifts the mug to his lips. He blows gently across the surface. Small ripples move across the tea. He takes a sip, a small one. The liquid is hot, but not scalding. The taste is earthy and slightly bitter. He holds the tea in his mouth for a moment before swallowing. Warmth travels down his throat, down into his chest. Outside, the darkness is settling like a blanket. The sea and sky are nearly the same color now. The keeper looks toward his lighthouse. It stands tall against the sky, dark, silent. The light is not yet on. There is still a little daylight left. Just a little. But soon it will be time to climb the stairs. The keeper's breath fogs the window glass very slightly. Just a small patch of mist. It fades quickly, appears again with his next exhale. The glass is cool. Outside, the air is growing colder, but inside, the cottage holds its warmth. The keeper takes another sip of tea. He is in no rush. Everything happens in its time. His hands rest around the mug. His eyes are soft, half focused on the window, half focused on nothing. This is the quiet hour, the space between day and night. When the world pauses, when there is time to simply sit, to simply be. The keeper breathes slowly. Out. The tea grows slightly cooler. The room grows slightly darker. All is well. The tea is finished now. The mug sits empty on the arm of the chair. The keeper rises. His knees make a small sound. Nothing painful, just the sound of a body that has lived for many years. He stretches very slightly. His shoulders roll back. He takes a breath. It is time now. Time to light the lamp. The keeper reaches for his coat. It hangs by the door on a simple hook. The coat is made of thick wool, navy blue, heavy. There are wooden buttons down the front, large ones. He slips his arms into the sleeves. The lining is soft from wear. He fastens the buttons, one by one, slowly, methodically. His hand finds the door handle again. The brass is still cool. He turns it, opens the door. The evening air greets him. It is cool and clean. There is salt in it. And something else. Something green. Seaweed, perhaps. The smell of the ocean. The keeper steps outside. The door closes softly behind him. A path leads from the cottage to the lighthouse. It is made of white stones. They glow faintly in the dimness. The keeper knows this path so well, he could walk it blindfolded. His boots find the stones without looking. One step, then another. The stones make a soft crunching sound beneath his weight. The lighthouse rises before him. At its base, the stones are massive. Each one is the size of a small table. They were placed here more than 100 years ago. They are dark grey, rough, covered in places with pale lichen that grows nowhere else. The keeper places his hand on the stone. It is cold, solid, eternal. The lighthouse door is metal, painted red many years ago. The paint is fading now. The door is heavy, very heavy. The keeper pulls the handle. It resists at first, then yields. The hinges creak. A long, slow sound. Metal against metal. The door swings open. Inside, it is darker still. The stairs spiral upward into shadow. They are made of iron. Black iron with a texture like sandpaper. There is a railing. The keeper's hand finds it automatically. The metal is cold through his skin. He begins to climb. One step. The iron rings slightly under his boot. Then another step. Another soft ring. He climbs slowly. There is no reason to hurry. The stairs wind around and around. The keeper's hand slides along the railing. The metal is smooth in some places, rough in others. His breathing deepens slightly with the effort. But it is a comfortable effort. A familiar one. In, out, step, breathe, step, breathe. There is a small window in the stairwell. Just a narrow opening. Through it, the keeper can see stars. More of them now. The sky is fully dark. The stars are sharp and clear. They do not twinkle. They simply shine. Steady, constant. The keeper pauses for a moment, just to look. Then he continues climbing. His shadow moves on the curved wall as he climbs. It stretches and shrinks with each step. The walls are painted white, or they were once. Now they are a soft cream color. There are small cracks in the paint. Hairline fractures. The building settles, breathes, changes imperceptibly over time. The keeper knows every crack. The stairs are ending now. The keeper can see the top platform. And there, in the center, the light.it is not glowing yet. Just a large lens, glass and brass, prisms and reflectors. Beautiful in its precision. The keeper's boots find the top step. He steps onto the platform. The floor is solid beneath him. The lamp mechanism is intricate. There are gears and weights, a clockwork system that turns the light. The brass has been polished so many times it glows even in the darkness. The keeper runs his hand along the mechanism, checking, always checking. Everything is in order. Everything is as it should be. The keeper opens a small panel. Inside is the switch, simple and brass. He does not flip it yet. First, he looks out through the glass. Through the lens. The sea is dark below. Invisible, but he knows it is there. He can hear it. The endless conversation of water and shore. Now. It is time now. His hand finds the switch. It is cool and smooth. He flips it. There is a soft click. For a moment, nothing. Then, a hum. Very quiet. The electricity flowing. The lamp beginning to wake. The keeper steps back. He waits. The light is coming. In a moment, it will bloom. Like a flower opening. Like the sun. The lamp illuminates. It starts as a dim glow. Then brighter. Brighter still. A warm yellow light that fills the lamp room. The prisms catch the light. They split it. Multiply it. The keeper shields his eyes for a moment. Then they adjust. The light is beautiful. Always beautiful. No matter how many times he sees it. The mechanism engages. The light begins to turn. Slowly. Majestically. The beam sweeps across the water. Across the darkness. It travels in a great arc, illuminating nothing. And everything. The keeper watches the beam move. Around. Around. The rhythm is hypnotic. Steady as a heartbeat. Reliable as breath. There is a small stool in the lamp room. The keeper sits. The wood is worn smooth. He settles his weight. His hands rest on his knees. From here, he can see the entire circle of the horizon. Sea in every direction. Sky above. The beam sweeps. The keeper watches. This is his vigil. This is his purpose. The light passes across the keeper's face each time it turns. Brightness. Then shadow. Brightness. Then shadow. His eyes are patient. Calm. His face shows no concern. No worry. Just attention. Quiet attention. He is here. The light is here. All is as it should be. All is in order. Through the glass panels surrounding the lamp, the stars are visible. So many stars. Away from any city. Away from any other light. They fill the sky. The keeper has learned their patterns. Their names. The constellations that turn with the seasons. Tonight, they are sharp and clear. Beautiful. On a small shelf is the logbook. It is leather-bound. The leather is dark brown. Soft from handling. The pages inside are lined, filled with neat handwriting. Records of weather. Of ships passing. Of maintenance performed. The keeper does not write in it now. That will come later. For now, he simply watches. The keeper has brought a thermos. It sits beside the stool. Dented slightly on one side. He unscrews the cap. It doubles as a cup. He pours carefully. Tea, still warm. Not hot anymore, but warm enough. He holds the small metal cup in his hands. The warmth is pleasant, comforting. He sips the tea slowly. The taste is familiar. The same tea as before. The beam continues its rotation. The keeper watches. There is nothing to do but watch. And there is something deeply peaceful in this. In having one simple task, in being present for it. Completely present. The horizon is empty. There are no ships tonight. No lights moving across the water. Just the sea. Just the sky. Just the steady beam of the lighthouse, reaching out into the darkness, saying to no one and to everyone here. Here is safety. Here is shore. Here is home. The keeper's breath is visible now. Small clouds in the cool air of the lamproom.it is not heated here. But the keeper does not mind the cold. His wool coat is warm enough, and there is something pure about the cool air, something clean. He breathes in, holds it, breathes out, watches the mist fade. The keeper closes his eyes. Just for a moment, he listens. He can hear the mechanism turning, a soft mechanical whisper. He can hear the wind outside, gentle tonight, just a whisper against the glass. He can hear the waves, so far below, a distant rhythm. Everything has its sound, its voice. He opens his eyes, looks at the gauges on the mechanism, small brass dials. They show everything is functioning properly. The rotation speed, the lamp temperature, all within normal range. The keeper nods to himself. Good, all is good. The light will burn through the night, as it always does, as it always has. The keeper stands. He stretches again. His back, his shoulders. The stool is not the most comfortable seat, but it serves its purpose. He has checked the light. He has watched the horizon. Now he can return to the cottage. The light will continue on its own, faithful, tireless, always turning. He takes one last look at the beam. It sweeps across the water, beautiful, powerful, a beacon in the darkness. The keeper feels a quiet satisfaction, a sense of rightness. He has done what needed doing. The light is tended. The watch is kept. He turns toward the stairs. It is time to descend. The keeper begins the descent. Down the iron spiral. His hand on the railing. His boots finding each step. The sound echoes slightly in the stairwell. A gentle ringing. Step, ring, step, ring. The rhythm is soothing. Descending is easier than climbing. Gravity helps. The keeper's breathing is easy. It settles into place with a soft metallic sound. The lighthouse stands behind him now, glowing, strong. The keeper follows the white stone path back to his cottage. The stones still glow faintly. His boots know the way. Behind him, the lighthouse beam sweeps, sweeps, sweeps. The light touches his back every few seconds, then moves on, touching everything, missing nothing. He can see the cottage ahead, warm, waiting. He opens the cottage door, steps inside. The room is still warm, still holding the heat from earlier. He removes his coat, hangs it back on the hook. The buttons click softly as the coat settles. His fingers are cool from the outside air. He rubs his hands together, slowly, feeling warmth return. Beyond the main room is the bedroom. Small, simple. There is a bed, an iron frame painted white, a mattress, white sheets, a quilt. The quilt is patchwork, blues and greens and whites, made many years ago, by hands he cannot remember now. It is soft and heavy. The keeper walks to the bed. He lies down. The mattress receives him. The quilt settles over him. Through the window, he can see the lighthouse beam sweeping. Around and around. It passes across his ceiling, passes across his closed eyelids. Light, shadow, light, shadow. The keeper's breathing slows, deepens. The light continues. The waves continue. Everything continues. And the keeper rests.